Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this August the 5th, 2024. I'm hoping everybody had a great Monday out there so far, but it is a great Monday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be talking about Tropical Storm Debby, which is impacting the southeastern United States with a catastrophic rainfall, historic rainfall as well, coming to the Georgia and Carolina regions, and then up the eastern seaboard with a lot of rain being dumped from the mid-Atlantic also into the northeast. Also, we're going to be talking about the current position of the storm and the system, and also we're going to take a look at the current watch and warning advisory map, which is in effect currently. Also, we're going to take a look at the tropical storm Debby rainfall totals across the lower 48 for the storm totals, that is, excuse me. And also we're going to take a look at the moderate, slight, and extreme risk for severe weather, flooding, that is, excuse me, in your neighborhood. So get ready for a very impactful next 3 days. So if you have not prepared yet, you better got a few hours to get prepared before things go down here from the Midlands of South Carolina northward up toward the Grand Strand, all the way up into areas into the mid-Atlantic. But if anybody from that point southward, you're already being impacted by the storm. Alright, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's go and get the show on the road here, folks. Alright, what we're looking at right here currently, as you can see, here is the satellite imagery of the system. Got a lot of moisture from Florida all the way up into southern South Carolina, what you see on this picture. We're going to move down to the forecast cone by the National Hurricane Center. Okay, this is the 5 p.m. advisory. The center of the storm was located right near the Georgia-Florida border. It remains a tropical storm with winds of 50 miles per hour and expected to move northeast, then eastbound, and then back to the north, make a landfall between Charleston and Myrtle Beach, become a depression over eastern North Carolina, and then on its way up toward the Delaware area as well. Alright, yesterday the model was shooting back towards the western Carolinas and back into Georgia. We're going to go, the National Hurricane Center is going to stick with their point. We're going to take a look at the model runs as well in this video. Alright, if you're tracking a system at home, it's located in latitude 30.5 north, 82.9 west, maximum sustained wind, like I said, 50 miles an hour with higher gusts, moving to the northeast at 6 miles per hour, so it's just crawling along very slowly, and expect that to continue through the next 3 to 4 days before it finally gets a good forward speed and then takes on off to the north and northeast. Alright, classified right now as winds of 39 to 73 miles per hour, is a tropical storm status. Alright, let's move on to the computer models. As you can see, here is the current position of the storm right along the Georgia and Florida border. Moves it out into the coastal water, expected to strengthen into a tropical storm. Would not be surprised, maybe even a weak hurricane. Then it moves back inland over South Carolina, and then eventually back on off to the northeast and drench the mid-Atlantic. Anybody from Maine all the way to Florida will get drenched by Tropical Storm Debby. Alright, now let's take a look at. Okay, you can see we got about 50 knot winds. That's why it's 50 miles per hour. Most of the model keeps into a tropical storm, into a tropical depression. But if it stays longer, it stays off in the coastal water, it do have a small chance of becoming maybe a strong category. I mean a strong tropical storm, low end hurricane. So something we'll have to monitor that. See how long it stays over water. But if it gets over that warm, juicy water over the east coast, because there is a patch of water that's off the east coast that could intensify the system a little stronger than what models are suggesting, would not be surprised to see that as well. Alright, let's move on to the Jacksonville, Florida radar. We're going to show you that system radar view. Okay, here it is currently. As you can see here at the center of the rotation, just north of Lake City, just west of Jacksonville. The heavy precipitation, the rain bands, you can see we got heavier rain bands up here around Hilton Head, Buford, the Savannah. Okay, Hinesville, Georgia, Waycross, you just got a dose of some heavy precipitation. Jacksonville, you special marine warnings on the coastal areas, and also we have a tornado watch also in effect for a portion of northern Florida, Georgia, and southern South Carolina. Alright, let's move on to the watches warning advisory map for your location across the nation. Okay, as you can see, we got severe thunderstorm watches from up here near Maine, all the way through New Hampshire, Vermont, down in New York State, and also Pennsylvania. Another cluster of severe thunderstorm watches over Illinois. Tornado watches also in effect for a portion of Minnesota, down in Iowa, and also Wisconsin. Also from Georgia to South Carolina to Georgia and northern Florida. We have tropical storm warnings there as well. We have flash flood watches for Georgia, South Carolina, and North Carolina. There's that tropical storm warning along coastal areas from Florida up to the North Carolina coast. We got a lot of heat advisories as well for portions of Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, portion of Arkansas, Oklahoma, North Texas, Missouri, also Illinois, also Iowa as well. Some air quality alerts for Indiana and Ohio. Also, we have some special weather statements for Illinois and Kentucky. Air quality alerts also in effect for areas of Texas and Oklahoma, and again over here in Washington, Oregon State. We have excessive heat warnings also in effect for Southern California, Southern Nevada, red flag warning for Idaho and portion of Washington, Oregon State, and also heat advisories there as well for Nevada, Utah, and portion of California. Special weather statements over areas of Wyoming. Alright, we got a small craft advisory from up here in Washington State down in Southern California. Also from the east coast of Florida, also up toward the Boston area of Massachusetts. Alright, the Hawaiian Chain Island looks good. South side got a few small craft advisories. Same around the Alaska area. We got some flood watches in effect for western Alaska. Special weather statements inland. Alright, now we're going to wrap it up. More graphics. Here's the rainfall predictions from the Climate Prediction Center, or the Weather Prediction Center that is. As you can see, we have 1 to 2 inches in the lighter green colors here for the upstate of South Carolina, just east of Atlanta, toward Jacksonville, Tallahassee, Orlando, you're included. We have a 2 to 4 inch swath extending from up here from portions of Pennsylvania through Roanoke to Charlotte, also down just towards south of Jacksonville, Tampa, you're included. We have a area of 4 to 6 inches stretching from up here in Washington D.C. all the way down toward Richmond, Virginia, through just east of Charlotte, towards Augusta, all the way down toward Jacksonville. Then we got a swath of 8 to 12 inches from Raleigh to just west of Cape Hatteras. Also, we have some up here in portion of Philadelphia region, just north of Philadelphia, northwestern areas there, stretching through central South Carolina down into southeast Georgia. We have a 12 to 16 inch rainfall total stretching from near Wilmington, North Carolina, almost to Sumter, to areas of portion of Albany, Georgia, just south of Savannah, also in the coastal water. Then we have a 16 to 20 inch just north of Charleston, just north of Savannah. You're included in that, the coastal waters. And also we have a 20 to 30 inch rain right on the shore right there, and they're just northeast of Charleston, and a little bit in the coastal waters region as well. I'm going to wrap it up with the tropical storm Debby. Of rainfall totals. As you can see, we have a moderate risk up around Philadelphia, also in the portion of northern Washington, also portion of northern DC area, also from Raleigh just east of Charlotte to Augusta, you're included. Jacksonville to Tampa, you're included in that. Have a high risk from portion of North Florida to Savannah to Charleston, also over toward Florence, South Carolina, you're included just southwest of Wilmington. We have a slight risk just stretching their Tallahassee through the upstate of South Carolina around the Charlotte area, Roanoke, toward Richmond, Norfolk, Salisbury, Washington, D.C. You're included. And also we have a slight risk from around the Atlanta area all the way up toward Elkins, portions of West Virginia area as well. Alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. And make sure you stay tuned. We have more on this system tomorrow evening. So take care. Enjoy the weather, because the only weather you got. Like these videos, share these videos. Make sure you subscribe. And we'll catch you back in the next video. So have a wonderful, wonderful Monday evening, folks. Take care.